The content report allows you to see which items from the course content area the user has accessed. The top line gives an overall summary of the number of topics visited, the total time spent viewing content items, and the total number of visits to content items. Below this, the progress is broken down by the modules and submodules created in the content area. Expand each module to see which items have been accessed by this user. Progress through content items is recorded here regardless of the completion tracking settings. If completion tracking is enabled for an item or module, an icon next to that item will be present here to indicate the tracking status. Completion tracking is covered in more detail in a separate tutorial. The Discussions report shows a list of the forums and topics from the discussion tool, with a summary of the total number of messages read, authored, and replied to by this user. Expand forums and topics to see and access the messages this user has written. The Dropbox report displays the user's results for each Dropbox in the course. The marks are displayed with the same type of plot seen in the grades report. The top line shows the number of Dropboxes the user has submitted to, the number of late submissions, and the number of submitted items that haven't yet been graded. Expanding the Details section provides links to the files submitted to each Dropbox. The top line of the Quizzes report shows the number of quiz attempts that haven't yet been graded and the number of completed quizzes. Note, the percentage seen here is not the user's grade. It only represents the number of quizzes completed out of the total number of quizzes in the course. The Checklists report shows the number of checklists completed as well as the total number of completed individual checklist items across all checklists in the course. For each checklist still in progress, a progress bar shows the number of items that have been completed on that list. The Surveys report simply provides a list of the available surveys in the course, with a checkmark icon to indicate completion. Login history can be used to see how many times a user has logged into the course and when. The top line indicates when the most recent login activity was, to the learning environment in general, as well as to the current course. Below, the user's session history is broken down by date. Each record can be expanded to show specific login times, as well as the IP address from which the system was accessed. User Progress provides a centralized location for both instructors and learners to view learner performance and progress across many indicators in the learning environment.